Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. So in today's video, I will be showing you guys how to go from level 1 up to level 275 for the trading skill. Now there'll be no mods involved in this, no XP multipliers, no bugs, no exploits, it's just be the base vanilla game. So if we come here to the character tab, I am already level 30, this is what I was by default when I made my new character for this playthrough for this video. This does not matter though, if you are level 1 right now, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing you would be at level 1. And you'll be doing this pretty much all the way up to 275. Now, how to learn? We had to make profit from trading, which is the main thing you will be doing. And it says operate caravans. Now, at this time anyway, owning caravans and letting them operate, that does not give you XP in the trading skill. I don't think it really ever will. I think this is kind of misleading in my opinion. Now, you might be wondering, why is the trading skill so important? And there's two reasons for it. At level 225, you can trade settlements while doing barter. So you can come across lords and nobles, and if they own castles and cities, you can barter to buy them off of them. And you never have to go to war with them, which is pretty nuts, and it's pretty easy to do. But the next thing is, everyone either runs caravans or workshops or both, and this skill tree is kind of catered towards those. So like right here we have Caravan Master and then we have Town Merchant. They both do the exact same thing, one just for caravans, one for the workshops. You pay 20% less wages and your party can carry 30% more weight. Another example would be like this one. Your caravans return 5,000 gold when destroyed. Also, caravans have more elite troops, and it's the same thing for workshops as well. It's pretty nuts. Now for your first skill, I recommend picking Wholesaler. Just when we are leveling things, you're gonna have a higher chance of finding raw materials and trade goods than equipment that we'll be reselling. So once you've done that, we're on a brand new playthrough obviously. We're gonna head to our first city. You can go to any city you want to, it does not matter. Now if you have a lot of gold, I highly recommend that you start buying animals or horses because they'll increase your carry weight. If you can afford to buy, 50, 60 mules, you are going to level a lot faster than the person like me who has nothing right now. Eventually we will have this stuff, but I don't have enough gold right now to be able to do any of this stuff. But we're going to go to the merchant, the miscellaneous tab, and we're going to be looking for things that we can sell. So like this right here, you guys can see this is green. This is 46% cheaper than average, which that's a huge markup. So guys, once you are on the miscellaneous tab, we're going to be looking for things to sell to other cities. So like the fish, for example, right here it's red. This item is 75% more expensive, so this is something we will not buy. It's too high priced, we'll never make a profit off of it. But what we will be looking for is stuff like this. The green, this item is 46% cheaper than average, which that's actually a really good price reduction. And you can see right here it tells you what city it will sell for and what the price is right now until you get there. Now that price can change at any time. That price might drop down to 30 before you get to that city, and it's just because caravans are bringing in trade goods all the time and the market's always changing. Now XP is based on the profit margin. So if you buy this for 40 and sell it for 63, you still will get a good amount of XP, but if you buy this for 20 and sell it for 75, you're going to get more XP than you would have for buying it for 40 and selling it for 63. So the wine's not a bad choice because that city's very close to us, but we're just going to kind of keep looking here to see if there's anything else that might be worth us taking. So like this one right here, that's a 39%. And if you're not quite sure which ones are better, just like I said, hover over them and it'll tell you. So like this one is the oil. This is a 35%. So our wine is our best option right now. So I'm going to buy as much of this as I possibly can. We have 880 gold right there. It looks good to me. We're going to press done. And now what we're going to do is we're going to head right over here. And basically we're just going to be trading them our merchandise that we have. And hopefully not get hit by looters because I'll have to pay them off probably. Alright, here we go. So we're going to trade. Go to miscellaneous. You can see it's already green right now. So as we start moving this down, you can see this color changes. That's because you're kind of flooding the market in a sense. In my experience, if you don't go below this yellow, you are fine. But I typically try not to go below the green. But we'll just do it anyway. We're going to press done. Our return will be 1,029. And now our trade is level 31. So if we come back here, it's just going to do the exact same thing until we have enough money to where we can start buying some horses or mules. So this city doesn't really have anything worth value that's crazy with a huge markup. So let's head to the next one. We're going to head over to this one. Now this city also doesn't really have anything. They have wine, but the markup's not huge at all. It's not worth our time because by the time we get there, we might have some issues. Except they do have beer that's selling for 60, and we can buy it for 34. We might do some of that. That's not too bad. But what I'm going to try to do now is find a caravan to show you guys, because caravans usually have some really... There went one right there. I'll never catch them, though. Caravans usually have some pretty good material to sell. Well, they have selling that. Sometimes it's marked down really, really well. So let's go here, go to the beer, and we can sell all of our beer, actually, and we will now be level 33. We got 2 skill points off of that. That's pretty good. Let's go back to trade. I do need some food, except they don't have any food that's priced well, unfortunately. So we're just going to buy some grain. It's not 60% more expensive. Yikes, that really sucks. Okay, guys, so that is basically how to level the skill very, very early on when you don't really have much money, when you don't have a lot of horses or anything like that. Give me a little bit here. I got to get some horses and get some more income flowing, and we'll be moving on to the next phase of leveling up this skill. Okay, so we now have a little bit more money. I have bought quite a few mules and some horses just to get my carry weight a lot higher, and this is where you start getting more XP, because essentially what you can do is you start making more money as you can obviously just carry more things, so you can buy more things every time you go to a city. Like, for example, this fish right here is 37% cheaper, and we can sell it in Legata for 36. Can I buy all this? So I can sell it for 36, and my buy price is 12. And look how much weight that added to me too. So we're definitely gonna buy that. And we can also sell this meat for 32 in the same city. So let's see, that'll bring it down to 23. We'll take that. We can sell the beer. Okay, this is a very good markup. So we can sell the beer for 108 in the exact same city we can sell this stuff for, and our buy price is 31. That is really, really good. So we're gonna buy all of that. Our highest buy price is 38. That's just insane. But this is where you really start getting a lot more XP, because we're just buying things to sell at one city. And we kind of have to take our time and go through all of this just to make sure we don't miss one. The salt can sell for, was it 51? So we'll take that. The linen sell for 81. We'll take that. Sells for 108. This might be worth taking. Let's see. Yep, we'll take it. But you guys get the idea. It's like this sells for 179 in the same city. So we'll take all of that. What about the cotton? Cotton sells for 118. We'll take it. And the leather sells for 369. The silver ore can sell for 139. I'm gonna skip on that. We'll take this though. So all this stuff besides the grapes, this is stuff for my troops to eat. But all of this is we can all sell at one city, which means we're gonna get a lot more XP every time we do this now. And it's because we have higher carry weights, we can travel a lot faster. Okay, so we are finally almost there. It's going a little slow. And we're gonna sell all this stuff to the same city, and we're gonna get a lot of XP off of this. So currently we're sitting at level 52. Actually, we're gonna do that as well. And let's go to trade. Now, some of this stuff could have changed. We got lucky and it didn't, but you can see all of this is green. We're gonna sell all the meat. They might not take all the fish. They did take all the fish. Okay. The beer. Look how much money we're gonna get out of this already. We're already about to hit profit. And they're just taking it all. Now you can just drag and stuff, but you really have to make sure that you don't fall into the yellow really or the red for sure. That's why I'm doing it one by one like this. And there we go. So we're gonna get 14,000 gold back, and now we're level 69, which is just insane. So we gained a ton of skill points there. I don't remember what I was before. It was like, I think it was 52, right? I think that's what I was. If I was 52, we gained 17 levels off of one trip, which yeah, it took a little while to walk there, but that's a lot of levels to get. Now I'm going far away to other cities just because they might have a higher quantity of resources that cities like on this side of the map might not have. It does take a little while to run there, obviously, and you can always stop at these cities as you go, but we want that same thing where we just have that really big payoff where we got 17 levels off of one sale. That's just incredibly huge. And we're making profit too. You know, we made what, 5 or 6K off of that, I believe, somewhere in there. I think I was at like 29 or 30,000. I may have been at 21,000 though. I just don't remember. Now you can always do weapons and stuff too if that's the route you want to go. It's just, in my opinion, I think the miscellaneous stuff is a lot better because there's a lot more options. In my opinion though. So let's see. So we can sell the grain, not really for anything crazy. We can sell the butter for 48 in that city. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it, but 48's not too bad. What would our max buy price be? 25. Ooh, I think that might be our city. We're gonna buy that for now. And if we always decide we don't want something, we can just drag it back over. Like, we can just drag this back over and it doesn't affect anything. So guys, that is essentially it for like this phase of leveling up the skill. We're about to hit 75. And if you're, like I said, if your carry weight's really high, this is just what you do. You just go through each individual city that you're choosing, and you're just looking to buy everything to sell again to one city. But now we're going to the last stage of this leveling guide. This is by far, this will be the fastest way to level up the skill legitly. It requires a lot of money and a lot of carry weight, but I will show you guys here in a few minutes on exactly what you need to do, but this will get you to 275 the fastest. Alright guys, we are finally getting towards the end of this. I just broke level 200, level 202 right now. I've only been doing this for a couple hours, which might seem like a lot of time to spend on one skill, but when I made the video for the smithing guide to get to 275, that took me days. This really isn't that bad to do, and the minute you start getting the snowball effect going, like, I'm making so much money right now, it's just insane. I'm almost to a mil, and it's just solely from doing trading. Now, there are a few things I've been noticing since doing this for the past few hours. It definitely seems like the region up here in the north and to the east a little bit seem to have a abundance of resources that are really cheap. Like for this city, for example, like they have fish right now. They have 308 fish, and they're 9 dinar a piece. And I can buy all of them, and it puts me up to 11. And same with the butter. Like, all this stuff is so cheap for what it is. I'm just gonna buy all of it. Now, the other thing I realized a little late on in the video, but here we are. If you go to a village when you're buying products, like, see all these are in the green? As I start buying them, the number doesn't go down, and I don't know if it's because there's just not enough of them. The number's going to 36 because that's me adding sheep to it. But I can buy all of this. So, like they have 18 wool right now, and the number doesn't go down. I'm not sure why, but it's like that in every village for every reason. And here is a caravan. This is what I want to show you guys. So you can sell stuff to caravans. It's a very good way of doing it. If we go to miscellaneous here, the only thing I did realize, they don't really highlight like how these are green and red on the side. That doesn't happen here. You have to actually hover over it for it to show. Even though caravans can be a little hard to catch, when you do catch them, you can sell stuff to them as well, obviously. And like this one only has 9,000 gold. For whatever reason, I have noticed that like when I sell like all these, I'll sell all these furs. You notice how the number doesn't go down at all? Like it stays the same green on over here. I have absolutely no idea why it does that. You might think, well, because it's only 73, but like say I take like the fish, for example, which is 578. Any city you dump that number into, that is going to saturate the market. So if I click this halfway down, then that should have dropped. And it's not. I'm not sure why it's happening like this. And this is where I don't know if this is a bug or an exploit, or if this is something that's intended for the game, for the caravan stuff. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe you guys have some thoughts and opinions. Let me know down below in the comment section. But what I have been doing to keep it somewhat realistic is I've been selling roughly what I could sell to a city, just in case it is considered an exploit. And probably somewhere like in there. But that's basically what I've been doing with them. But you can do all the way down, and you will get a lot of XP for doing that, obviously, because it'll stay the bright green. So here we are on the third and final stage for leveling up the trading skill. Now I'm about to show you guys, I think in my opinion, this is the fastest way to level up the skill. It requires a lot of money, a lot of weight, like over 50k weight, and a lot of resources. But you will level up very fast. Now I am already level 275, well I'm actually 276. The reason for that is I just been farming dinar. This is my only way to make income right now in this playthrough, because I wanted to buy a few cities. And I ended up buying 2, and they cost me almost a mil for both of them. But I wanted to have enough money left over to keep doing this method to show you guys as well, and I'm left about 580k. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to any city, any village, caravan, does not matter. you're just going to hit up like 5 to 6 of these things in a row. We're going to miscellaneous like we have been, and we're buying out anything they have that's green. Anything that's the bright green, I'm taking all of it. It just does not matter. Look at my carry weight right now. Like, I have 42,000 weight right now out of 78,000. I am still buying my horses from the east side of the map. Just because you can buy them in bulk there still. Nothing's changed. They're very cheap too. Like, one city, you might walk away with 30 horses if you have the money to do so. But just for this one city alone, I'm going to be paying 4,515 gold. And then obviously I can sell to them as needed, but they don't want too much though. But like, I have 708 grain. We'll be left with pretty much 700 fish. I'm going to press done. And this is what I have been doing. So now I hit that place, so now I'm going to move on to the next city. So here we are at the next city, and it's the same exact thing. They don't really have much in here for me to buy this time. Sometimes this list will be full, nothing but neon green. You can buy this green one too, just your profit margins won't be as big. We're gonna sell them some fish as well. And this is all I've been doing now. It's just that it's in a huge bulk. The other way you can do this as well is you can just go to like 4 or 5 cities in a row, and you can just buy everything they have and then start hitting up cities and not buy anything off of them, ready to sell to them in mass quantities. Or villages or caravans, that they all buy stuff. But like, we're about to get 19,820 gold off of everything we just sold to them. And it's a lot. Like, my weight's gone down quite a bit, and we've got 19,000 gold and a bunch of XP off of that. But this is why you need a lot of money. This is why you need a lot of weight. And this seems like the best way of doing it. And that's essentially it. So the only difference from this method or this stage to the second stage we went into, where we're just picking one city, the reason why we're just doing one city is because we didn't have a lot of carry weight. So we really couldn't, and we also didn't have a ton of gold yet either, so we really couldn't just go from city to city or village to village and just buy out everything they have. But once you get to the point where I'm at right now, you can, and it's by far the best way to level up. So guys, the last thing I just want to briefly touch on before I end this video, if you're the trading skill, these last 2 skills or perks for this trading skill tree, they're not worth it in my opinion. Going from what we started at to 225 only took me a few hours, maybe 4.5-ish hours roughly in there. And it wasn't that bad. And in my opinion, this is the best perk out of the entire skill tree, obviously, because you can buy land, like cities and castles. Basically, once I hit like around 240, everything from 240 up was dreadful. It took me so long to go from 240 to 275 anyway. And then the last one was just, I was trying to buy kingdoms and stuff, and that's why I hit 276. But in my opinion, if I were you, I wouldn't even bother getting these last 2 perks. They really don't matter. I have over 100 hours in this game already, and most of it's been single player. Every playthrough I've had 0 issues with influence, which is what this perk gives you. I always have a few thousand influence, at least. And the last one just adds 15 plus to your party size, which again, like, would it be nice to have? I guess. It doesn't really matter though. None of my other playthroughs am I 275 in trading. And one of my playthroughs that I have like 341 slots for my party, something like that, or 346. So that 15 doesn't really matter in the long run to me anyway. That's just my opinion. But anyway, if you guys found this video helpful, please let me know down below in the comment section. If you have any comments or anything like that for me or anyone else, or any thoughts or ideas, share down there as well, please. And if you guys could also leave a like on this video and subscribe. I put a lot of work into these videos. They take a long time to make. But I try to make them for you guys so you guys can get an idea, you know, how long it takes to do this and what I need to do and stuff like that. The videos might not be perfect, but in general, they give you an idea of what you have to do. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I will see all of you in the next video.